Hey, yo. So, I know we've touched on this once before, but Controla's out here like she's got some newfound information or some shit. So, we're gonna touch on it again. Controla, baby girl, do you really think if I was, let's say, embarrassed or ashamed by the work that I've had done inside my mouth, that I would share that with the one person who tells everyone every fucking thing? Mind you, this is coming from the same person who just threw his BFF under the bus to try to make me look a type of way. This is coming from the same person who just told us all that Bombshell told him some shit that I told her, right? And this is why I'm steady saying, you can just tell if someone has actually been through the things that they claim they have, or have lived the life that they claim they have. Not only in the way that they conduct themselves or carry themselves, but, in shit like this. Another reason why I'm always saying that I was blessed enough to live the best of both worlds. Because I had a good childhood. Up until the point of my parents getting divorced. When my parents got divorced when I was 7, my whole life turned upside down. I didn't know what self-care was. I didn't know any better. I didn't, to use as an example, I tell my boys to brush their teeth and tuck them in every night. I didn't have that. I wanted to add this in real quick because I did have that. I went from having that to not having that. You know what I mean? Like, my mom did tuck me in at night, tell me to brush my teeth, make sure I had a bath. And then in the morning, she would wake me up, ask me what kind of cereal I wanted. She would bring it to me in bed. And then she just left. And that's what I mean by my whole world turned upside down, because everything was different. And it was confusing as fuck as a 7-year-old going from that to her just leaving, literally with a note. I had to, from that point on, question everything, because nothing made sense in my life anymore. And I don't blame my dad at all. He did the best that he could with what he was left with. My mother left and my dad was caught up in her best friend. Shit happens. My sister was gone a lot, and this was before we had lived with my grandma. Not to mention, there was a long period of time in which I was allowed to live with my 16-year-old sister and her grown-ass boyfriend. But that's a story for another day. Anyway, so not only did I not know how to take care of myself, I never stayed the night anywhere to see how other little girls took care of themselves. Throughout the school year, middle school specifically, I was allowed 2 pairs of jeans and a pack of white t-shirts. And to be honest, I wore pajamas a lot, because that was what I had the most of. For 3 years straight, I wore Adidas slides, sandals. I live in Michigan, and I wore sandals year-round. I remember at least 3 different occasions where my dad would lay on the couch in pain because of his teeth. And we didn't have, insurance or anything like that for him to be able to fix it, so he wasn't in pain anymore. My uncle, I don't speak to him anymore, unfortunately, but he's in his early 50s. He's had a set of dentures since as long as I can remember, honestly. Everyone in my family has had fucked up teeth. And on top of that, from the time I was 16 years old, I was prescribed Ambien, 1 milligram Xanax, and Vicodin. And still, to this day, I take Suboxone. All those years of not taking care of myself, not knowing how to take care of myself, and then adding substances on top of that. Were my teeth not supposed to be fucked up, Controller? I'm pretty sure that's the perfect recipe for some fucked up teeth, right? But while you're out here trying to stick it to me, aha, I got you, you have had work done, you have a whole ass GoFundMe. So what exactly is your point? Or is that the point? You're upset that I was able to finally afford to get my teeth fixed, and you can't. Tell us why you're really mad. Also, caught wind that Controla was telling people she would pay them $20 if they had longer eyelashes than her. Sis, these is all natural. No growth serum or no shit like that. Run me my 20.